Hello everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. This is episode 42. Last time, we got almost all the way through the remaining quest lines. We've got a little bit more to go, and we should be able to get through that one today. We witnessed Fordola go through some sort of weird, evil Imperial scientist sort of thing, and she can now go super fast and has an evil eye. And that essentially was the biggest little reveal of last stream. We also completed the Dragoon questline for Stormblood. Estinian showed up in both Stormblood and that main quest as well, quite close to each other, which was very entertaining. And now we find ourselves continuing with Ruban's invitation. So it would just be continuing now. Liliana joins us on time and present in the group, unlike everybody else. Liliana's always here, prompt. It's good punctuation. We're ready to go. Ruban wishes to thank you for your service. Omega, Commander Hext, fine work you did today. After Specula Imperatorus, we needed a resounding victory like this. Thanks to you, Ralga's star yet burns bright. I'm glad, I really am. But you should know that Alice was injured in the fighting. Yes, Alice is injured, but she should pull through. She got given the nothing personal, kid. Yeah. Regrettable, but I'm pleased to hear that she will make a full recovery. Fordola's parting words, on the other hand, ring less favorably in my ears. But if Xenos wishes to invite us to his so-called royal hunt, then this bull would fain accept. What troubles you, Lise? Oh, it's nothing really, just that we're almost to the end, but we've still got to save Kryl and do so much more. We'll find her soon enough. Pippin has his best men scouring the Custrom's archives as we speak. Listen, Lise. It will take time for us to fully occupy the Custrom and prepare to advance into the locks. While we wait, there is something I would like to show you. Both of you. After all, this may be the last chance we have to catch our breath before the final push. I don't see why not. And come with me to Radiata. From there, we will need to follow another road south. It's almost final push time. So, follow Ruban to Cold Hearth. It'll be anyone's guess what the royal hunt will actually result in, and whether or not we can rescue Kryl around the same time. Cold Hearth thing, yeah. Even after all these years, it's still the same. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You deserve a proper welcome. Interesting. There's a blue quest here, though. Cool. We'll do that after we get our proper invitation. Hope everyone's doing well, by the way. Having a good morning, a good evening, and hope you've had a good weekend as well. 10 a.m. on a Monday morning at the moment. Bright and early, of course. An ether current here too. Liberty or death. Okay, that's what that says. Gotcha. Ruban would share with you a story. Omega, Lise, I brought you both here for a reason.
I wanted to show you this house. My house.
Alright. Where he grew up. Alright.
You mean this is where you grew up?
Aye. Not much to look at, is it? Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was, which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords. Swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitech armor for the first time. But after a lot of trial and error, I found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard. I was wounded and sent home to recover. Back here.
Okay, so this is what Fordola was having. So the way that like we have the headachy, flashy backs.
Will you remain silent?
Fordola's got that too.
King's vengeance, of his eyes and ears in the shadows, and his knives in the dark. You, who call this living, dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death.
So our character, when being told a story or interacting with particular characters, gets the headache and has actual flashbacks involving it. So then whenever people are talking to Fordola, she's having the same thing. Except we're obviously seeing it in real time. So we're actually seeing what it looks like for people on the outside, I guess. Oh, I would have assumed that Ruban would have written that on the wall.
Liberty or death? Liberty or death? If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom!
Ruban's gonna be like, hey mate, you've bloody written that on my house. Did you ask me before you could do that?
Send you home to men, did they?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
Howard Moon. No way. They got Julian to do the voice for young Ruban. Does he do the voice for old Ruban? Is this the same voice actor just putting on a young voice and now I can recognize who it is? No way. Chicka chicka. What?
Liberty or death, is it? Tell me, soldier, what do you think those words mean?
It's definitely a more like younger sounding version of the voice. It's not exactly the same at all.
We must needs be willing to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself. Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or easy work. And it is never truly finished. But if you neglect it, then sooner or later, you look up to find you've traded one tyrant for another.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that, if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder. Rest, mend. Regain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
Damn. Okay. He's like, thanks for writing that on my home, sir. Good of you to ask beforehand.
Conrad chose you as his successor, Lise, and I will not gainsay his decision. I have but one question to ask.
Okay, yeah. No, it is the same voice, but more gruffer. Wait, there's no way that that's not Julian Barrett. Are you sure, Nick Bolton? Alright. Do me a favor, everyone. If it's not Julian Barrett, look up Howard Moon from Mighty Boosh if you're not familiar, and tell me that is not the exact same voice. This, like, in the flashback, that voice is exactly the same. Exactly the same. It's crazy. Nicholas Bolton plays the male Hawk in Dragon Age 2, actually. Which is cool. He does play Ruban, which is crazy. Okay. The fact that it's not Julian Barrett, because that was the surprising thing. I'm like, there's no way that this dude is voice acting in Final Fantasy XIV. But it's literally his voice. It's so weird. And listening to this now and knowing that he's also male Hawk is amazing. And it's so funny because I guess the one reason I didn't put that together is because my male Hawk in Dragon Age 2 is always like the sarcastic, witty one. And that is not who Ruban is. So there's a little bit of a difference in that delivery. But yeah, if you listen to Howard Moon, it's exactly the same.
Liberty or death? Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
This is cool. The connecting with Lise here.
Liberty or death. That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too. I swear to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death. But the freedom we win must be for every Alamegan. Even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us, and the Enanta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. You are indeed your father's daughter.
Nice. Yeah, like how Ishtola is, oh. Why is the name left my brain? Drawing a blank on names of game series I'm not playing. It's like my brain was going, it's not Sarah, and I'm like in my head going S-A-R-A-H, Sarah. I'm like, it's not Sarah. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. S-E-R-A. But I don't know if I've come across any others or recognize any others at the moment. Even a blind man could see that Lise wasn't herself, not that I don't understand. To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the lives of so many, it isn't easy. When you see your friend get cut down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Alisay was dead for a moment there. It is one thing to risk your life for a cause, but to risk that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear, the guilt, it weighs on her, and that's good. It will make her a better commander. But first she needs to learn to carry it, to not let it break her, to remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death. Her father's words gave me strength once. Mayhap they'll do the same for her now. Right then. I think I've said enough. The two of you can head back. I mean to stay a bit longer. We're gonna do this. An important individual has yet to visit Cold Hearth, and Cigar is growing concerned. You're one of those adventurers, are you? Traveling this way, always helping folks. Well, I believe I speak for all of us here when I say we need your help. I'm sure you've noticed, but we don't have much. The only reason we get by is a merchant who comes and sells us supplies. I say sell, but it's so cheap, he might as well give it away. Trouble is, without so much as a word, he suddenly stopped coming. I'd go and search for him myself, but anyone who could have kept watch while I'm gone has been conscripted by those damn Imperials. You should try asking around at Radiata if anyone's seen him. He always talked about going there, so I figured it's a good place to start. Inquire about the missing merchant. I understand. He's been away for a long time, and he probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Radiata. Wait, am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? Okay. I don't know if it's Imperials or bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest, and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Ooh. Look out for suspicious individuals on the way. Get the feeling like I'm being watched. This ether current smorgasbord about to be delivered 3 in such a short time. Suspicious youth. Eh? Look at this guy. Wow, guys, I wonder if these guys are gonna be evil. If these guys are evil or not. That means a lot. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that it's helping you, and I just want you to know that people who are watching and supporting are doing exactly the same thing for me. So I'm right there with you, and I'm glad that you enjoy the content. Now, there's an episode of Shadow of the Colossus that's pretty rough, so just like forgive me for that. It's a different time. I struggled on a boss in a really stupid way. So, you know, I just want you to know I absolutely love and adore the whole game. Okay? There will be a couple of rough points. There's your warning. That a lot of people don't get. And then they get to that episode and they go, "You fucking suck." That's the majority of that comment section in that video, but I loved that playthrough. Shadow of the Colossus is a gorgeous game. Just took me a little off guard. And then I played Ico and I played Lost Guardian eventually as well, and I think those ended up being a lot more smoother experiences because I kind of knew what I was getting into and what I was expecting. You know, I think if I played Ico first, Shadow of the Colossus might have gone smoother as a result. Gorgeous game though. I would really like to replay it and probably play the PlayStation 2 version when I do replay it. And Metal Gear Solid and Mass Effect became some of my favorite series of all time. It's been really crazy, like the way that I've finally been able to play certain games on the channel that have always been on my backlog, and I have so many games that have become some of my absolute favorites that I've been like, what have I been doing not playing these games all my life, you know? But that's the reason why whenever I talk about like my favorite games, I always have to like have a pre and post YouTube list, you know? Like, these are my favorite games before I did YouTube, because I've played, like, probably around, like, 200-ish games on the channel since I started, at a guess. Maybe close to reaching that number. So, it kind of rearranges your whole favorites list, you know? Kodoth. Why would anyone sell their wares in that ghost town? More blues here too. A merchant traveling to Kodoth? Wait, that's the guy in League of the Imperials, isn't it? Did you mention it? I haven't seen him in a while. Kodoth free. Yeah, I've heard of him. His name's Frank. No, we know this guy. Last stream I was making fun of particular names and how they are just names that, you know, people don't get anymore. And I'm like, why don't they go back and start giving them old school names? And then I walked around the corner and it was Frank. Of course it had to be him. Good old Frank with a U. Some folks say he's doing people a favor, but I think he's up to something. We should have known there was something weird about him. Okay, so we've got to rendezvous with Lise, which is down this way. Dude, it's gonna make me go all the way there. Dude, come on. How do give me a crystal to teleport around here. It's gonna make me do the whole walk all the way around once again. Alright, we're gonna talk to Lise first, because hopefully we can just get out of this place in general. So that's how I had to start my stream today. I was like, oh god, right, I left. So I went to the Gold Saucer and ended up rage quitting a minigame. They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. They are Lomegan, not even conscripts by the look of them, barely adults. In fact, some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember. They're from Radiata. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed. Oh gods, Alisei and Alphino could be in danger too. We have to get back to Radiata and find Nago. And Lab Monkey, I'm grateful as well, and I'm glad that you got through that okay too, because yeah, that was rough. That was a rough period of time, and I'm really glad that I had this during that time as well, because genuinely it was a situation where I would want to wake up in the morning and do this for everyone, because the reception was so like supportive and actually kind of like overwhelmingly mind-blowing in that sense, where I was like, I never expected things to go the way that they did. It was like at the beginning of 2020, I was like, I want to finally do YouTube after wanting to do this for like a decade, but always being like too anxious to do it. And then I was finally starting it, and then a few months later COVID happens, I get sent home from work, and that gave me this time to just start playing games at home quite easily. And it really ended up snowballing from there. It's like this weird sort of situation where it was such a depressing and horrible time for everyone, and yet when I look back on that, there's an aspect of it that I have to also be sort of like grateful for, in a word, which feels like weird to say, because it's like I'm not grateful for a worldwide pandemic, but I wouldn't be where I am without it, which is really strange, because everyone was at home and they were all like, we want to watch more of what you're doing, can you upload more? And that sort of like snowballed. So I'm sort of like at least happy or proud of the fact that I was able to make people's day a bit better during terrible times, at least, you know. So that was something that really motivated me, and my output on the channel was crazy because I was just locked inside of my room. That was a good escape for me, you know. So it was really nice for me to be able to do that. Now, of course, that we're not in that situation anymore, I have to also balance everything else of having a life, and it's a lot. Well, I don't have another job now. This is it. But I previously just worked a corporate office job after finally escaping from hospitality. So I don't do that anymore. What finally made me take the leap and upload another video, it was just kind of like I reached a point where I was like, you know what, I really, really want to do this. I feel like I'm mentally at a space, like mentally in a situation where I could do it. I bought the microphone and a webcam as a way to like just push me to do it, because I'm like, all right, I have this stuff, so now I got to do it. And then I just started recording. I didn't even know what to start with. I mean, it's kind of hilarious. I don't even start with what's the most appealing game to try and get people's attention. The first game that I dropped properly was Star Wars Dark Forces. Like, I was like, I'm going to play Star Wars Dark Forces. I don't even know what compelled me to do that. Probably the fact that I love Star Wars so much and I'd never played it. But it was an interesting one. Didn't get much attention, which was to be, expected. Nobody's going onto YouTube being like, all right, where are the Star Wars Dark Forces playthroughs? So I think what I like about that is I started my journey in a very genuine way of just, I wanted to play a game that was on my backlog, and from a series that I love, and I've just kept that up for the past 4 years. But I remember a YouTube channel that I really liked watching uploaded a Silent Hill 2 video, and I was like, oh, I want to watch this because I like this channel, but I haven't played Silent Hill 2. So then I started playing Silent Hill 2. And that blew my mind because that was like an overnight, like everyone started watching it. Like it blew up quite a little bit, and that was when it started, and that's why the Silent Hill series is one of the first that I went through on the channel. And it just kind of snowballed from there into doing a bunch of other games, and then it basically ends up being like, well, I started Silent Hill, maybe I should also do the Resident Evils, and I was like, what else can I do around this time period? Metal Gear Solid, I've never played Uncharted before, and I'll play Uncharted before Last of Us Part 2 comes out. That was like the 2020 train of thought was just going into like these older games, and that's why I didn't know if people would want to watch new games on the channel or not, or only kind of want to stick around for just like the nostalgic playthroughs. So it took me like a little while to like find my way. Like I wish that I could redo the visual and audio quality of my 2020 and 21 vids, but that's the story essentially. But yeah, appreciate all of you watching for sure. I hope that that 3D artist job's going well for you, Monkey. Nago looks to be okay. What's all this about? You two look ready for a fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of Radiata and thought they might try to attack you too. Are you alright? Aye, we're fine. The twins are at Stark's. Alice was asleep last I checked. I'm sorry. Did you say you were ambushed by villagers, not soldiers? Did they not see what we just did to Castrum Urbania? God's damn fools. Lise, Omega, we overheard you talking. The ones that attacked you, they were young? Less than 20 summers? Aye, I thought so. It's always the young ones. The ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones you've got to look out for. See, the only decent work to be found in Radiata is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grow up knowing it. They have it pounded into their skulls that the best they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer. Bloody fools. After everything they've seen us accomplish, they ought to be begging to fight for the Resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadow of the Castrum their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. Aye, you get some who can't wait to spit in a soldier's eye, but they get beaten for their trouble, or worse. Even so. And the ones that don't fight back, but refuse to beg, well, they just starve. Beat the dog that bites his master's hand, and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding, see? In the end, the ones that learned to abide are the ones that survive. Now, you must say that's all about to change, and I believe you. Many here do. But a young man or woman who grew up knowing what he knows has every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to, if it comes to it, but remember that. The sooner we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then we can show these youths that things do not have to be this way. Only then will they know what it means to live free. We're going to build a new home for ourselves, together. A better home than they've ever known. Group nod. Lovely. Okay. We'll keep talking here until I can leave here and then go to Frank. Yeah, even then, I think I do appreciate that opinion of if you want to see a game played properly. I mean, I've tried my best, and I think it's certainly like put me in a specific spot where I now know what people enjoy and can expect from my content. And initially, I had no clue how things were going to go. Like in 2020, I do miss a lot of things. Even in 2021, there's like stuff where like I do miss stuff, and I do start like to like get into that a little bit more as I get more familiar with things. Because like when I started Mass Effect, the first one, I was like, maybe people don't want to watch me go through every single dialogue option or read every single lore entry. I don't know, you know, like people might be like, get on with it, because there are so many people that do get in my comment section and do say, get on with it, you know. And I've come to really find a nice little balance, I think, between my reading, my also tangents and rambles, and also, you know, being able to share my thoughts but do it in a little bit more of a concise way, as I've tried to sort of further understand my ADHD at the same time, which has also been quite a goddamn thing to deal with my whole life. So having that on display all the time in my videos is very sobering, because you have a lot of people that criticize the hell out of that sort of mentality, but the appreciation and the positivity far outweighs the negativity. So I really, really appreciate it. And that's why I feel confident enough to keep doing what I'm doing. You know, like people like me rambling on my thoughts, or like breaking things down and taking moments to think about it. And like, really, it was just like, was just wanting to make videos that was content that I want to watch, you know, because I wouldn't really watch a lot of gameplay or let's plays, because the way that people played games, it just didn't click with me, I suppose. Or, you know, it was starting to shift into more of this thing where it was just streamers, and then they would upload their playthroughs on YouTube but edited down to like 30 minutes, and editing down like 50 hours into 30 minutes, I'm like, all I'm watching is just a highlight reel, you know. So I really wanted to give playthroughs that sort of lengthy episodic format, and people can come on that journey with me if they'd like to. And it's tough, like viewership and audience retention in Let's Plays is next to impossible. Like the first few episodes will be really large, but the drop-off is very, very significant, and then the ending of a Let's Play tends to get a lot of views as well. But people don't really tend to stick through the entire journey, at least on like a large scale. But there are a lot of people that will ride it all the way through to the end, which is amazing. I mean, what's the point in playing video games if you're not loving them and actually appreciating them and taking them in, you know? That's the thing. There's just so much to love and enjoy about video games on so many levels. And, you know, I feel like there's a lot of streamers that essentially, they're like, we want to play a game, and then chat, like, plays it for them, you know? And so they don't end up actually taking anything in. And they're like, what just happened? And that was happening a lot, and that was kind of unfortunate, because, like, just feels like I'm not necessarily even watching the person play the game. I'm just watching the game happen while they talk to their chat, I guess. So I wanted to do something different. And I'm not saying that's obviously everyone, because there are a ridiculous amount of other really good Let's Players out there as well that also do a really good job. It was just like, at the time, I was like, I want to watch gameplays, but I don't know, I just can't. I would have to watch something that was like heavily edited in like an entertaining and funny way. Like the type of gameplay videos that I would watch was either like Arty Game or Call Me Kevin playing Fable, because I absolutely adore Fable and they were hilarious. And then on the complete opposite side of that, I would watch 12-hour VODs of Kingdom Hearts randomizers. So like, you know, not really much of a in-between there. It's like heavily edited, funny videos on like Fable or Harry Potter games, or 12-hour Kingdom Hearts randomizers that I would have playing all day. So yeah, I was like, I just want to play video games in my really large backlog, because I spent like years being a Destiny addict and playing a goddamn live service game instead of playing through all these games that I really wanted to go through. And now we get to do that. And it's bittersweet, because obviously there's games that I've played before YouTube that I wish that I didn't now, so I could do blind playthroughs of them. But for every game I have played, there's another 10 that I haven't, you know. So that's why I always do my best. I have some replays on the channel, you know, if we're going through a series like Dead Space or Resident Evil. It was like a situation where it's like, I've played the first Dead Space, so we'll replay it for the sake of having it all on the channel. And I played Resident Evil 5 and 7, but I'll still put those on the channel. And like, that's the level of like openness that I want to be able to always provide, where I'm like, all right guys, we're playing the Resident Evil series, except I've played 2 games before. And people know that ahead of time. And like, I just started playing Zelda. We dropped Ocarina of Time on the channel, and I've said, you know, I played Breath of the Wild back in 2018, you know, and it's that kind of transparency that I always like am honest about. And still to this day, I get people commenting on my Dark Souls videos being like, "You've played this before, you stinking liar." And it's crazy. They're like, all your playthroughs on the channel are fake. And I'm like, you got me, sir. You should be a detective, the way that you jump to conclusions. So I obviously do deal with a not so healthy portion of the internet as well. But that's normal, sadly, for the internet, isn't it? We got the Lady in Red, which is Lise has a proposal. Am I interested in Nier Replicant or Automata in the future? Well, funny you say that. Nier Replicant was on my recent Patreon poll, so it was put out there, and it did really well on the poll as well. I've been thinking, if Alice needs more time to heal, maybe we should move her to Ralga's Reach. She can receive much better care there after all. Our infirmary is probably the best place for her, short of sending her to Gridania. Indeed, and given what Mistress Woad has told us, I would rather she did not remain here. And it's settled. Naga, go and see about getting us a carriage and an escort. Alphino, you should get your sister ready for the journey. Omega, would you mind going on ahead and telling Arella that we're on our way? I want to bed waiting for Alice when she arrives. Thanks. You got it, ma'am. Alright, so Ralga's Reach. Alright, which means we can now successfully teleport. The thing is as well, I think, which is really intriguing, is that these people that do comment that type of thing, they think that it is easier for me to lie and maintain that lie, not only for hundreds of hours without a single slip up in one video game, but then also for the rest of my life going forward. Like, everything that I say is on the channel forever and always, you know. If I'm lying, you will eventually slip up all the time, as every liar does. Like, because you'll say something without thinking sometimes if you're lying, and then people are like, wait, that doesn't match with this thing you said 4 years ago, you know. They really just go like, you're pretending. And it's just like, I would rather just be honest, because that means I have nothing to ever worry about. You know, instead of going, great, now I have to maintain this lie for the rest of my life. You know, it's crazy. I don't think people really think about that when they go and like accuse you of something. Which is why every time there's a playthrough on the channel that isn't blind, I talk about that. I'm like, hey, like with Cyberpunk, I played like the intro to Cyberpunk back in 2020 because I had no idea if people were gonna want to watch new games on the channel. So I was like, maybe I'll just play this in my own time. But then I finished the intro and I was like, oh, I really want to do a playthrough of this. This is why I'm doing YouTube, to play through the games that I love the most. And I shelved Cyberpunk, and then I'm now playing it during the best time that I could play it. You know, people have really come around on it. People love it. The Edge Runners anime came out. Phantom Liberty came out. I'm getting that full experience now, so that was worth it. And it was the same thing with Ghost of Tsushima as well. Like, I played the prologue, like the intro segment to that, and I played a little bit of that. And at the same time as well, I got it on PS4 around the same time as Cyberpunk, and I was like, I don't know if people want to watch this. But obviously my channel has grown significantly now. And that was another game that I shelved that will get a very good blind playthrough on the channel. And it's blind playthrough with that transparency and an asterisk of like, I played the beginning, you know, and then I put it down. And it's so much easier for me to just completely not say anything and just go, hey guys, I've never touched it before, you know, but that's just not genuine. So yeah, I think there's just like this too many instances of me obviously being open about things that I just can't be bothered with the accusations. And it's not like it happens all the time, but it is really funny. Like, it'll still come up on my Dark Souls videos from years ago now. They're like, you fucking cheater, you played through these games 20 times already with the way that you figure things out. I'm like, no, I just am observant, my guy. Try it. Try it, please. I beg you. Play the game without a guide right next to you and see how far you get, you know. Be curious, be inquisitive. Read the context clues that the game gives you, because the game wants you to succeed, you know. But yes, now I do have an Edge Runners reaction. If you go to the main page on my channel, I do try to have this like as organized as possible. So like if you go on the main page, you'll have like clips, what I'm currently playing, my completed playthroughs, some fan favorites, the live streams I do, and there's like a segment that's called Other Things to Watch. And you should see the Let's React to Cyberpunk Edge Runners in that little collection there. Other Things to Watch is like, I don't really know where to put any of this because it all kind of stands out on its own. So there's stuff like games that I've done in one video, the reaction videos that I do, reading Berserk, playing Pentiment, you know, just stuff that doesn't really have a group to put it in, but I definitely put a lot of effort into organizing the main channel page. Bingus, I am certainly cooking. I'm certainly cooking. Cooking with Frank. Oh, one moment. Yeah, I think that's what happens a lot, Cat's Paw. Like, I get this stuff where it seems like it's a lot of comments where it's like, I personally couldn't figure this out, which means the fact that you figured it out, there's no way. Because if I didn't figure it out, how could you? Kronk, yeah. Why do we even have that lever? Pull the lever, Kronk! Wrong lever! They're asking about me at Cold Hearth? I'd love to help, but the situation has gotten complicated. You see, the reason I was selling to them so cheap is because if someone else was footing the bill. Some Imperial soldier said he grew up there. He went to the Garleans willingly, if you can believe it. They made him a watchman at one of their labor camps, and he's been funneling all his pay to me, granted I keep peddling my goods at Cold Hearth. Afraid his friends and family would refuse his gifts after turning his back on them, he got the smart idea of sending me up there, selling whatever they need, for next to nothing. The thing is, he hasn't contacted me in days. Shame too. On my next trip, I was supposed to deliver this bottle of Arak. It's hard to come by nowadays, but he paid me good money to find it. Would you mind taking it there for me? As for this conversation, I'll leave it up to you whether or not to tell anyone. All things considered, I think he might have wanted someone to know. Speaking with Cigar. Right. Anyone want to give me a lift? Because I've got to travel all the way to Cold Hearth, and there's no bloody crystal. Thank you. To Cold Hearth, sir. Can't believe that Dan Otello doesn't want to play Final Fantasy XIV with us. He can literally come to the Oceania server and play Final Fantasy with us, and yet he chooses not to. How do I... Thank you. I always forget how to get rid of the flag. Did you find any sign of the merchant? He was paid to come here by an Imperial turncoat. They worked at a labor camp? No, it can't be! A bottle of Arak. My son said... He said someday we'd... Never mind about the merchant. Here. It's not much, but you deserve it. Thank you for this. Thank you for my ether current, brother. Enjoy that bottle. I'm going to Rolga's Reach. How many currents left? I believe we get a One of these days I'm going to get this right. Where are we? We've only completed it for Yansha. We need one side quest in the Peaks, one in the Ruby Sea, one in the Azim Steppe, 3 in the Fringes. Missing 1 in Western Highlands. The Sea of Clouds is missing 4. Training missions 2. So we're in the Peaks right now, so we're just missing the 1. Just the 1 then. No luck catching them ether currents then. It's just the 1 ether current actually. Do you require assistance? Very well. We'll make ready to receive the patient at once. Give me a hand, would you? There, all crisp and freshly laundered. We're here. Is everything in order? Right, we're bringing her in. Donatello's BioWare journey continues. Done Mass Effect. Now it's Dragon Age. Alice in some comfier clothes. That is crazy, Galleon. Getting right to the end and just going... Go and finish it. Honestly, Alphino, you needn't have gone to all this trouble. What can I say? It seemed a good way to discourage you from limping off to battle when my back was turned. Listen to Arella, please. You need your rest. I know. Getting news of Kryl should be cross if you make her wait too long, as will I. Chilling prospect indeed. I'll find her, sister, and I'll fight twice as hard for the both of us. They're good together, when they're not at each other's throats. I miss that feeling. Omega, I have a favor to ask. Would you mind waiting outside for me? I won't be a moment. Metal Gear Solid is absolutely one of my favorite game series of all time. Like, I think in my top 4, should still be there. In my top 4 is, my top 5, Metal Gear Solid 4 is in that list. Like, it might change if I think about it a little too hard, but my top 5 games at the moment, 3 of those games I played on the channel, and 2 of those were from before YouTube, which is Final Fantasy VII, God of War 2018, Soul Reaver 2, Disco Elysium, and Metal Gear Solid 4. But it's tough, because like there's so many good ones, dude. Especially when you think about Dragon Age and Hollow Knight and Alan Wake 2, and we played some bangers last year, that's for sure. Yeah, the Legacy of Kain series was the one that I finished up recently. Magical. So magical. from the intro.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
Ooh! From the trailer. She's dressed up. Now this makes so much more sense as a dancer and a fighter, right? To not have like the armored greaves, to be more fluid in your motion. Incredible.
Well, what do you think? I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but in a traditional sort of way, Ida wore it whenever she could.
Cute. That's great.
Not that I'm pretending to be her or anything. Not again. It's just... if this is the last battle we fight to free Alamigo, then she ought to be a part of it.
I was like, there's a new outfit and Tartaru's not involved? What? But that makes sense that it was an older fit. That's awesome. That's right, Galleon. Lease is yours. Yagiri is waiting for me. I will return home from war, and Yagiri will hold me, and everything will be fine. It suits you.
It's nice of you to say so. And a bit embarrassing. But mostly nice. Anyway, the real reason I asked you here was to sneak in a warm-up before the final battle.
A sparring match. They do have voiced cutscenes, but not every single one. Like the special ones are voiced. And it just continues to get more and more apparently as you go further into the expansions. Like the base game is the least voice acted and also has different voice actors when they switch to Heavensward.
There's this place I know where monks used to spar as part of their training. Care to join me?
Okay, cool. Are we actually going to the hand? Are we going to do the trailer shot? Yes, we are. Awesome. I'm gonna go Dragon Ball Z. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You're gonna see like the explosions because we're moving so fast. Catspore, I have played Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't played... was it Frozen Wilds expansion to that game? And I haven't played Forbidden West. So that's an unfortunate, like, playthrough that it would be great if I could put that on the channel as, like, a blind playthrough, but, like, I played it, albeit very poorly. Oh, like, as the sun comes up and hits just right, too, between the peaks. Oh my god. Impales her with my spear, dude. At least you forgot to say no spears. Yeah, like Horizon Zero Dawn, I genuinely wish I could put it on the channel as a blind playthrough, because when that game was revealed, you should have seen me. When that trailer came out, I was pogging. I was like, post-apocalyptic, weird sort of dinosaur robots. So cool. Such a cool sort of setting, and I really fuck with the sort of stuff that comes after the the destruction of humanity, and I really enjoyed it. I played it like on and off, so it was really hard because tell you a little story. The way that I played video games outside of YouTube, horrific, because the ADHD is so strong that it was like I would sit down to go and play a game, and immediately I was like on my phone, and then like 30 minutes later I'm like, oh yeah, I'm trying to play this game, and then I would play the game for like an hour and go, I need to do something else. Like it was really hard to focus unless I was like absolutely locked in and obsessed. Like I got addicted to Destiny, and I would play Destiny all the time, and that was also something that had the majority of my gaming time. I would also always, I'm such a nostalgic comfort watcher and a comfort viewer that I would always go and replay games that I was very comfortable with and really liked. So I'm like, I'm going to sit down and play some Halo or play some Fable or replay Final Fantasy VII for the 70th time, because there was like a ritual for me to sit down and enjoy that kind of stuff. But then playing new games was really tough, and it would be like very on and off. I'd be like, oh, I'm coming back to this game after a couple of months. Where was I? You know? So something that I'm really, really grateful for YouTube is it is a very forced way to focus. And it's great because I'm like, I'm here, I'm in the moment, I'm on camera, I'm providing this thing. It helps me focus and actually get through games. So I'm genuinely grateful that I get to do it that way, because yeah, before that it was like a lot of just like looking at my library of games being like, no idea what I want to play. I've got all these games that I want to play. I'm just going to play this game that I'm comfortable with because that is the easiest, you know? And it's the same thing, like, I did that with The Witcher 3 as well, and that's really painful. I played that game on and off over the course of, like, 4 years, because I remember I first played it because everyone was talking about it back when it came out, and I had no idea what The Witcher was, but the trailers were right up my alley. I'm like, this game looks gorgeous, this Geralt guy seems pretty cool, and I picked it up in 2015, and I remember opening the world map and seeing all the question marks and turning the game off, because I was like, oh, it was so overwhelming. I went, I'm going to go back to another game. And eventually I did like make it through the base game, but I skipped so much. Like I skipped so much of the game. I basically went, all right, I really love Cyberpunk, and that game should come out any day now, he says, as the game was still years away, and I want to make sure that I can finish this Witcher game before Cyberpunk. And so I basically only focused on the main quest really poorly. And then I didn't even play Cyberpunk when it came out. And then I'm playing it now. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I wish that my Witcher 3 base game would be blind, but like I said, I always just got to be honest about it. So I'm excited to play through Witcher 1 and 2 blind, replay Witcher 3, but do everything. Like all of the activities, all of the side quests, everything that I haven't experienced. I don't even remember what happens in the story of the game because it's been so long and I played it so disjointedly. Obviously, there's elements that I recall that are to do with, like, you know, Ciri and finding Yennefer and, you know, elements of the Wild Hunt. Like, and I had to clean a frying pan for an old woman. Like, I have bits and pieces of what I did. But I never played the DLCs. I haven't touched the expansions for Witcher 3, and I know that people seem to consider those to be like the best content in The Witcher, so I'm very excited for that as well. I don't know what I'll do with Horizon, because I do want to play Frozen Wilds and Forbidden West, so I might replay Zero Dawn and give it an actual dedicated playthrough, which could be fun as well. But with that in mind, it is really hard to do open world playthroughs on the channel because of how large and huge they are, and a lot of people struggle to watch those, and I can only really play one big open world game at a time, otherwise it's just too much, you know? So kind of have to take turns. Well, that's a little bit of an insight. There are certain games that will come back on the channel and get like the playthrough that they deserve, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, that's right, Galleon, with like figuring out what's for YouTube and what's for me. But that was where I was at in 2020, and I was confused. I was like, I don't think people are going to watch new games because I don't have that audience. I don't have that reach in how the really massive streamers can play a brand new game and finish it really quickly and have a huge audience. But I didn't have that at the time. So I was like, I feel like my viewership is in old content, playing these older video games, and I'm grateful that I do get to play brand new video games on the channel. Like, I can play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and have people want to watch it. Obviously, there will be people that wait until they've played it themselves before they watch as well. So that's always a thing to keep in mind. That's why I'm always like doing a balance of like old and new games at the same time. So hopefully there's always something for people to watch, you know? But basically, most games that I haven't played that I want to play, I do want to put on YouTube. There isn't really anything that I'm like, nah. Because I know that I'll regret it. I 100% know that I will go, damn it, why didn't I play this on YouTube? So that's why it's all in the backlog. Maybe we got a little carried away, but you have to admit that was fun. Thank you, Omega. You're the best kind of friend. That's not afraid to knock the kind that's not afraid to knock some sense into you. That's great. Love that. Oh god, yeah, the broken neck ghost. So yeah, I'm aware that Project Zero is Project Zero just the Japanese name for it, and then it was like just called Fatal Frame in the West or something, because I also know that there's some games that are just called Project Zero. But yeah, I played Fatal Frame, and I'll be continuing with Fatal Frame 2 eventually. I just gotta find the time for it. Upon the Great Loch Shore. Hello? Excuse me? Now that LSA's settled in, it's time we rejoin the fight. Though actually, maybe you and Alphino should go ahead without me. I need to talk strategy with the officers, and that might take a while. How often do I go live? I'm trying to do a schedule at the moment, and hopefully that goes well. But if you go to my main page and you go to the live section, you can see the previous videos for Final Fantasy XIV, but at the moment it's basically been like every few days. I'm trying to stream on my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings at the moment, and we're currently on my Monday morning. So like streaming every other day during the week, taking the weekend off, and then going back on my Mondays. Because I want to obviously regularly play the game so I can catch up and finish. And I say finish very loosely, because what I mean is catch up to the story and get up to date. Yeah, basically streaming on my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, which for most people is Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday at night. There you are. What was it that Lise wanted of you? Aha, sparring match on the Destroyer's very palm. I would have liked to have seen that. She is right. You've lingered here long enough. I'm ready to depart when you are. Take care, you two. Don't do anything I wouldn't. You had better not rise from that bed until you are given express permission to do so. Urianger will be paying you a visit soon, and he is already worried enough as it is. Long road ahead of us. Lead the way, Omega. Also, a special little just shout out and appreciation, by the way, is thank you for Dawn and Mobius's patience in just standing here waiting for me to finish my stupid long-winded rant so we can continue playing the game. I appreciate you. Oh! Oh god, we have to go there again. Oh my god. This is ridiculous, dude. How many times are they going to make me go here without a crystal? This is absolute cruelty. I can't believe they've done this. Jesus, man. Alright, can I get a fucking ride, please? Oh my god. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'll just jump. Exactly, I'll just jump there. Lovely. Pippin. You are returned. How fares your sister, Alphino? Her rapier wit remains undulled. For better or for worse, have there been any developments in our absence? I am proud to say that Castrum Urbania is now wholly under our control. At present, we are taking stock of the enemy's supplies and redistributing them amongst our men. Also, while sifting through the officer's documents, we learned that a unit of skulls under Fordola's command passed through the Castrum en route to the capital, with a single prisoner in their custody. Kryl, it has to be her. In all likelihood, yes. You will be glad to hear that the tunnel leading to the locks has been secured by our soldiers and is now safe for travel. And one final piece of good news. Reinforcements from all 4 Alliance nations have arrived and joined the main host, which has established a new base of operations within the locks. Commander Hex should be arriving soon, yes? When she does, we will call a meeting to discuss the final stage of Rhalga's beacon. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Kept you waiting, huh? An Alamegan folk dress, how very fitting. And well-fitting, I might add. Alphino, behave. I wanted to do something for Ida and myself. This is it. The last push. We're coming, Kryl. I think Final Fantasy XIV's slowness tends to really come from just like the getting from point A to B sometimes. But when the story's actually happening, it's goddamn happening.
I remember my father's words, how they rang in my ears as we left Castrum Urbania behind and looked out over the locks before us. Comrades brave and true, they had come from all across Eorzea to stand with us, to stand against oppression and tyranny. 20 years the Empire had ruled us, but no longer. Liberty or death. Liberty or death.
Ere we begin, I would say to you as a proud son of Alamigo that I am grateful to each and every one of you for your part in this endeavor. Now, to the heart of the matter. The enemy appears content to remain within the city walls and await the inevitable siege. Open conflict has been sporadic thus far. Whether Xenos is biding his time until reinforcements arrive, or attempting to bait us into a trap, none can say. We know better than to trust his word.
Regardless, we can ill afford to present Garlemald with a chance to ready her legions. It would be in our best interest to press for a swift resolution.
A long siege wouldn't be good for the people in the city either. If food becomes scarce, you know who'll starve first.
Just so. Therefore, I propose we commit our forces to an all-out assault. What say you? 'Twould seem we are of one mind. Then let us proceed to the how of it. The immortal flames will form the vanguard, supported by the archers and the conjurers of the Order of the Twin Adder, under the Elder Seedseer's command. Once the main host has cleared a path to the walls, we will bring forward the artillery of the Maelstrom and the Temple Knights. I would have your cannons pound the gates and punch a hole right through the middle of their defenses.
What about the resistance?
Your part will be to occupy the residential district and keep civilians out of harm's way. The people are more...
Of course. You can count on us.
Remember that there is a second entrance to the city proper there. If all goes to plan, we will have secured 2 points of entry. Once both objectives are complete, we press on into the city, surround the palace, and hunt down Z.
Oops, I accidentally clicked. I'm so sorry. Hunt down Xenos, he says. Sorry, bro. Sorry to cut you off. You've babbled on long enough.
You will be held in reserve as an irregular unit until we have more intelligence on your captured comrade. Kryle's rescue will be your primary concern, but I dare say we'll find a use for you once her freedom has been secured.
Thank you, General. I pray we find her quickly.
Ralga's beacon nears its end. Soon, my friends, Alamico will be ours once more.
Nice. Very good speech, sir. You know what I love about the expansions, and we're only in like expansion 2, so I don't know if this is going to be something that will like persist or continue. It probably will, but what I love is there are characters from Heaven's Ward that persist into the next expansion as well. So it's like they're not these self-contained adventures where it's like you just go there and do this. Like it continues, you know, it all weaves into it in small ways. Like you've got Estinian, who's still there doing his own thing. You get Amaric, who comes in as well, and it's so nice to like see them come back because you're like, you're just remembering the adventures that you had together, like on that really like long quest line. And I think what's interesting is I have more of an attachment to Heaven's Ward because of how long it took me in real life to get through it, because we took that really significant break on 14. Which I still kind of kicking myself in the butt for, you know, which is really funny. It's like, if we didn't take that break, I'd probably be up to date by now, but that's fine. Because I just couldn't bring myself to go back, but we're okay. Because we went back, we finished Heaven's Ward, and now we're in Stormblood. But it is really cool where they do have these characters that come back, and they have a place in the story going forward. So it's cool to see you like building up your sort of camaraderie with these these characters. Hey Wes, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad you enjoyed Mass Effect. We've got Quick Brown Fox Man also appreciating Mass Effect in the chat here earlier. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Now you got to watch Mass Effect Andromeda. Don't skip it. I'm watching you. I played Mass Effect Andromeda too. Don't forget about it. Fan favorite game. The stage is set and the players are assembled. Eorzea has come at last to drive the invaders from her land. What would Grandfather say if he were with us here today? What would the Wizard of the Hour say? He'd look up onto a shining star and fade to white as he is disintegrated. For all our other accomplishments, Kryl remains in the hands of our enemy, and I find myself wondering if we, if I, could have done more. Though we know now that she was taken to the city, we have found nothing which might tell us where she is being held. You know, you could just ask me. There we go. God damn, he finally decides to show up. This dude spied on the Imperials decades ago now. He finally shows up. Thancred, what have you learned? Oh, hello, it's just chilling. I shall spare you the particulars of my infiltration and simply state that I have seen her with my own eyes. She is being held within the residential district south of the city proper. I tracked her to the ruins of an old temple of the Fist of Ralga, within which the Imperials have constructed a research facility. A research facility? What manner of research? Why, methods to imbue Garleans with the power to manipulate ether, in pursuit of which goal their scientists have, I'm sorry to report, performed many questionable experiments on living subjects. What? Calm down, Alphino. We've already been tasked with securing the Alamegan Quarter. This just gives us reason to do it faster. I entered and exited the facility by stowing aboard Imperial transports, but that method is not suitable for a larger force. And it goes without saying that a direct assault on the rather substantial main gates would be ill-advised. I think I might know someone who can help. One of my men. He had an idea about how to get into the city. Actually, it might be best if I let him explain it himself. Now I have a question. We got the Link Pearl. We have instantaneous communication with our friends and family via earpiece, right? Thancred's got one of those, doesn't he? Like, for sure, Thancred has one of those. He didn't think to go, hey guys, by the way, Kryl found her. He's like, I'll just keep everyone in suspense that they think that she could be dead or otherwise. Just a quick email, bro, would suffice. Bro was withholding information. Cynical youth. It's been a while. I'll not take offense if you don't remember. Might even be glad of it. I remember you, cynical youth. You were quite cynical when we last met. Alagana, am I right? Aye, Whiskar's the name. I was raised in the Peaks, but my mum grew up in the city. Oh, it's so nice to have mum spelt in a non-American way. Isn't that so nice? You don't really get that a lot. Any road, I reckon we can get inside the Alamegan Quarter by way of Loch Seld. What? How? There's a story my mum told us which made me think of it. She was always going on about what life was like when she was a girl. See how they used to have to boil the water from the well before they could drink it, since it was full of salt. They were drawing salt water from the lochs, which means that there must be an underwater tunnel or something. Aye, that's it. It won't be as simple as going for a swim. The well was closed, see, apparently. Theodoric decided one day he wanted to control the water supply and forbade water trading. So even if you come up through it, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of a locked gate. At the time, my grandfather, being an enterprising sort, befriended a guard and lifted the key from his belt. He made a copy and carried on selling water until the Imperials invaded, and he ended up working at the Saltery. This is the worst time for the sun to leave, dude. Like, we're all just in the shade. We're all in the darkness. In short, we need your grandfather's key, assuming he still has it. I'm certain he does, and I can take you to him, but it'll be dangerous. Don't you worry about that. We're used to dangerous. Nago and Arenvold will assemble a squadron while the rest of us go and get that key. There it is, baby. Let's not waste any more time then, shall we? My mum said Granddad kept the key with him at all times as lucky charm. If he hasn't got it, then, well... We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Ready, Omega? We may have to deal with a few Imperial patrols, or worse. Ah! Let us go. Level sync is in effect. Head for the Saltery. Guys, there's nothing to fear. This is a level 69 instance. It's nice. You guys are messing with my expectations of the mission. These guys could learn a lesson or two from me. Just run past the enemies. They'll eventually stop chasing you. We're here, but this isn't right. Where is everyone? Word of the Alliance's advance has surely reached their ears. Mayhap they sought refuge elsewhere. Alright, search the Saltery for clues. Aged barrel. Recently been filled with fish packed in salt. Someone was hard at work less than a week ago. Salt. Undisturbed. Make me look around, eh? Fallen masonry. Undisturbed. Okay. What's like the range of it's not even giving me a range, dude. It's just like go off and have fun. Can't even use my mount. Well, I won't stray too far. walked past it already? God damn. Oh, hang on. Is there something? No. You can give me a hint on where a piece of garbage is located. That's fine. It's not a spoiler. Ah, found it. Queer device. I found it. The gay lantern. Oh, Jesus. The Magitech device suddenly springs to life, flashing brightly and emitting a shrill sound. It's a trap. I found the gay alarm. Oh, my God. Alert the gays. They're coming. Seven hells, I could do with some help here. Oh, jeez. Sir, the trap has been triggered. We've found them on the gaydar. Please. Oh, Jesus, I didn't realize that we were watching for Whiskar's vitality specifically out of everybody else. I was like, jeez. Alright, maybe I should be protecting this guy instead of just running around. If only we had a healer on our team. Now then, where were we? Oh yes, looking for clues. I've got Nastrond, but I don't know how long that's going to last for. I would never play Warframe. And the only reason why I would never play Warframe is because all that I know about it is it's one of those games where it's like you play the game for hundreds of hours and it's like, now what? Congratulations, now we get to play the game. It's like one of those ones where it takes a million years to just get out of the beginning, apparently. So, like, no. In the wake of the ambush, you find a diary belonging to a laborer. The last entry makes mention of a plan to take shelter in the Sali Monastery. Yeah, just not gonna happen. Way too big of an experience or game for me to play. I'm sure it would be fun and enjoyable. I know that it gets a lot of good attention, but yeah, just not for me. So is there a reason why... There it is. I gotta go there. So I was like, I thought we'd be following Whiskar, but it seems like he is following me. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Yeah, like Final Fantasy XIV is a very rare and special case, I think, in regards to playing that on stream. Frog. Like, I'll eventually play Star Wars The Old Republic on the channel, but I haven't decided if that's going to be live streamed or done as an actual proper Let's Play format. Because I might do a Let's Play format of it instead. Because if there's anything that I've learned about streaming Final Fantasy XIV is that there's a lot that if I was pre-recording it, I could edit a lot of things out for time, you know? That would make the experience a little bit easier, like running back and forth between locations and stuff like that. But doing it on stream, I just take that as an opportunity to have some downtime and chat with people. I believe you can play the Old Republic for free, but there is obviously perks to paying a sub fee for it as well. But I'll eventually put that on the channel, and I know that there's like multiple different storylines that you can do and stuff, so we'll see. I know that that will also be a bit of a journey and a bit of an undertaking, but I also love Star Wars, so, you know. It'll be an enjoyable journey eventually. But I might Let's Play it simply because of like the sheer size and time that I could spend with it, that it would be easier to just edit things down. But I like being able to do this live, and I also appreciate people that join in and play alongside me as well. Something tall, dark, and imperial is blocking the way. Oh god. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go through here, guys. There you go. Yes, we could walk right past if you wanted. I will keep the machine occupied, destroy the generators. They're not even with me. They're taking their sweet time. Magitech Avenger. I'd be curious to see the turnout for the Final Fantasy XIV streams during Shadowbringers and Endwalker, because that seems to be where people are most in love with the game. I could potentially see some more viewers, but we'll see. This is it. This is the monastery. They have to be around here somewhere. What? What? It's me, Whisker, your grandson. Whisker? By Ralga, is that really you? Hey mate, we're only here for the key. You can stay down there if you want. Oh, it's good to see you alive and well, lad. But who are these other ones? The Resistance, Grandad. My, comrades in arms. She told you all about me thumbing my nose at the Mad King, did she? Daft sods never caught me neither. It wasn't much, but it was my way of rebelling against his rule. Glad to see you've got higher aspirations. Here, make our family proud. I will, I swear. Ralgar is my witness. Grandpa's almost got that low taper fade, dude. He fashionable. He's with it. I was worried when he wasn't at the Sultry, but we found him in the end. Now that we've got the key, it's time to find that underwater tunnel. You will enter into the tunnel in a one-man SDV. All weapons and equipment OSP. Lisa's in the mood for a swim. Don't forget your ether current here. I popped the compass, but it said nothing, but I guess I'll see. We'll need to dive into the locks and look for a tunnel leading beneath the residential district. That should be no problem for Omega and me, thanks to the Kojin's blessing. But for the rest of you, I will have you know that I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. I think it best that I support Monago and Arenvold's unit. Alright, you can't swim. Alphino can't swim. I am aware of that, thank you, but it's neither here nor there, given that I lack both the Kojin's blessing and Thengrin's preternatural lung capacity. Right, of course. I didn't mean anything by it, nothing at all. So Omega, Thengrin and me, let's head to the water's edge. Alphino and Whiskar can rejoin the others and wait outside the gates for us to let them in. Someone get this man some swimming lessons. We got any swimming instructors in Eorzea? Surely you've got time to learn. How do I find Phantom Liberty so far? Like that. That's how I find it. It's fucking trash. Alright, the resonant. Let's see, where's my ether current? Oh, 115 yalms to the southeast. There it is. Is it behind this bloody rock? Hang on. How do I get behind this house? Go through here and out through there. Gotcha. Yes, I find myself very impressed with it. The base game is already exceptional, but I guess considering people's opinions on the Witcher 3 DLC is that that's the best part of the Witcher 3, and the base game of Witcher 3 is also considered amazing, it's sort of like that similar thing, I guess. Even without having played the Witcher 3 expansions, I feel that that's probably the correct way to describe it, just based on how people talk about it. I can't believe that they put Demon of Song in here. Witcher 2 is the only game I've never finished. You're a liar. You literally just told me that you didn't finish Dragon Age Inquisition. Exposed. Think about what you've done. missing necessary information in that message. I would have expected it, I guess, in Witcher terms, because people always, every time I say, I'm going to play the Witcher series, everyone goes, The Witcher 1 is rough. And I'm like, challenge accepted. I've played video games from the 80s and 90s on the channel. I'll be okay. I know it's getting a remake, but then I get to play it twice, which is fun. Especially if I like it. Because I think that what's fun is they're remaking Witcher 1, and then they're using that remake to build Witcher 4 in terms of like assets and like creation and stuff. So, and it'll obviously be very different. So I'm excited to experience both of them. It's hard with just how much I absolutely love Cyberpunk and I love CD Projekt Red stuff. So it's like I want to play The Witcher immediately, but also there's so many fantasy games and I love fantasy as a genre, and I know that there are people that are just waiting for very specific fantasy games. So I got to feed my children, you know, with particular stuff. So after Cyberpunk, I've got something else big planned, but we'll eventually get to The Witcher. This looks like as good a place as any. Oh no! Okay. I have to wet the old vocal cords, because I'm about to get Shakespearean. You dive into the briny deep. May I compare thee to a summer's day? Urianger, what are you doing here? Master Alphino informed me of your plan, and thus did I hasten to your side. When Mistress Alice unfolded to me the tale of her defeat, I was much intrigued by the apparent ease with which Fordola, a theretofore unexceptionable warrior, defied my lady's every attempt to do her harm. After some few days of deliberation, I subsequently contrived what I believed to be a solution to the problem of her preternatural prescience. 'Twas in hopes of furnishing you with the fruits of my labors that I came. Push up my glasses and do a big old sniff. Aha! I have something for you. Wait, isn't that Moan Breeder's... Oh, her etheric siphon formed the basis for my design. Should my hypothesis prove correct, you need but activate it in her presence. To say more would endanger the plan, for ignorance is your shield. Damn, okay. Give me the bloody thing, Urianger, and get the hell out of here. It was Moan Breeder's time, not yours, my friends. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal and return. We will, for you and for her. Something I also really love about Final Fantasy XIV is it doesn't forget your fallen comrades either. Right, I'm going in. Follow me. Like the people that have fallen before you, they still permeate in the story. And they're always remembered. It's awesome. Now that was pretty chill, okay? That was probably one of the most tamest Urianger conversations we've had, which is good. That man, he has the capabilities of saying shit. Wait a minute. I think I was where I was meant to be already. Hang on. I gotta go down here first. Hang on, I remember what... Hang on. Fuck, how do I
get underwater.
I literally thought I was pressing the right button. How do I get in? Fuck. Oh! Why can't I remember? For fuck's sake. Wait, that's what I pressed. I was pressing control and space the whole time. That's why I so confidently looked at the camera and pressed it, and I witnessed my character jump. I went, hang on a minute. I swear to God, it's control and space. Fuck. Okay, this is... No! Oh, the way that the ruins just slowly fade into view. No. Why is it so deep? Oh, God. This is huge. That's horrifying. Like, you just dive under, and you're like, oh yeah, just a small underground tunnel. Oh, and the void. And the void awaits. Now, if I was a developer of this game, I would put a massive fucking fish there. Like, it wouldn't attack you, but I would just put a massive fucking fish in there. Just you go down and it's like the first thing you see, just this huge fish, and it's just staring at you. Doesn't attack you, it's just staring at you. The tunnels lead east. Thancred's already gone ahead. Let's not keep him waiting. Kept you waiting, huh? Yeah, why don't you go check? No! I create the nightmares, I do not witness them. Not the horrors beyond my comprehension underwater. The Resident Evil. Lovely, that was a good old swim. Oh, the music timing, dude. Thematically appropriate. The hidden tunnel. In order to supply Alamigo with potable water, brine was channeled from Loch Cell to be distilled. With the Empire's arrival, however, existing techniques were replaced with Magitech-based filtration systems, and the well was rendered obsolete and abandoned. Look at them dust particles. Yeah, next to Nobuo Uematsu, Soken is my next favorite Final Fantasy composer. Mad talented. Phew, that was fun. Yes, tremendous fun. Who needs a Beastman's blessing anyway? I still can't believe you managed to hold your breath the entire time. Felt like we were down there for hours. Anyway, it's time we let our friends in. Once we head up these stairs, we need to make our way to the main gates, which are somewhere to the west of here. Forgive me for stating the obvious, but it bears repeating that until we open the gates, we are three. We three are on our own. It will be in our best interest to avoid guards and easily startled small folk. Obviously, but once our guests have arrived, we'll be free to head to the research facility where cryo is being held as loudly as we like. Since you've been here before, will you lead the way? Of course, but I will move quickly, so see to it that you do not fall behind. Nothing left to say then, let's get to it. All set, Omega? Damn, we got another instance to be solo. Follow my lead, stay close and quiet. Wait, patrol, let them pass. She did things with her tongue that you wouldn't believe. I'll introduce you. Dude, what the fuck? That was so unexpected. What the fuck? They could have been having any conversation. And they said that. No way. No way. Oh, that's crazy. Bloody hell, mate. She was doing stuff with her tongue that you wouldn't believe. Am I digging 14? It's... well, I would say that it's peak, but it seems that we haven't even reached the peak yet. It's peaking. So good. And look at him go. Pleasant dreams. Winch. Hell's open. Alphado, can you hear me? Oh, he's using the link pearl now. Our friends are ready and eager to engage with the Imperials. Let us leave them to it and head for the facility. Alright, you guys go that way. I'm going this way. I've got it. Oh, I can't go there. There's a crystal. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I don't know why they did that, but sure. I gotta catch up. Insurgents here! Sound the alarm! Dragoon, best class. The other two will eventually will be Samurai and Gunbreaker. Those are the other two classes I have an interest in. And then maybe Dark Knight. Samurai would have been a good class to have like ready and prepared for Stormblood, obviously, but you know, we'll say that the Warrior of Light got inspired by our journey to the east and decided to study the blade in Brosetsu's honor. Fucking Yotsuyu. The worst. She was indeed. She killed my brother, so issue. You know we're coming. Make ready, my friends. The only only person that could fix her is her mother if she goes back in time and gives her the love that she deserves. She's doing the Pegasus thing again. She's gonna see that I'm about to... She's gonna see the Yu-Gi-Oh card that I'm about to pull out of my ass. She can see the moves that I'm about to make before I even make them. I reckoned you lot would come, but I didn't think you'd have the nerve to break the bloody doors down. Makes no difference to me, though. Time to die! Exodia! Obliterate! Use the Aetheric Siphon to weaken Fordola and defeat her in battle. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of Expelliarmus.
I can read your every move.
Oh, okay. How do I? Where is it? Where is it on my screen? Where? There it is. The big one. I'm like, where the fuck is it? Hiya! Take that. But you didn't see that coming, did ya? No, mate. Oh, hello.
Out of my way!
No. Stop that. It is funny that she says that she can see the moves that I'm about to make, but she can't see me siphoning her energy. And I think that's because that's what Urianger was saying, obviously. He's like, the less you know, the better, because then she's not able to, like, read your mind.
I'll cut you to pieces!
I'll cut you to pieces.
How could I lose?
Yeah, I got to do the cool move. I have my cool dragon meter doing that thing that it does. Bam! Nostrand. Jesus. Why is it so quiet in here all of a sudden?
Let's finish this! If only you knew the power!
Sorry, what power? Power of the babe. You do, you do. Power of the babe. You suck. Time to send her to the Shadow Realm. Oh, the open palm strike. Let's go. Time to...
Not after everything. I cannot lose. I will not!
Oh, but you will! Without your tricks, you're nothing! Conrad, Mefrit, your own comrades! I should kill you here and now for what you did! But there's no place for that kind of justice here. Not in my Alamigo.
Oh, how very bloody noble of you. Or you pardon me my sins, will you? After you and your freedom fighters come and tear down everything we've worked so hard to build? We were fighting for our people's freedom.
Oh, dude.
You're slaves to a tyrant! There's no freedom in that!
Now, my friend!
A bloody Lys roundhouse kick to the face. So good. She's okay.
Croyle!
I was getting really, really worried that we're going to open it and it would be not good news. I was like, she's been in here a while.
Alphino? I knew you'd come.
Touching as this moment is, it will have to wait. We should rejoin the main force at once. Lys!
I'm taking her back with us, alive. She's going to answer for what she's done.
Listen to you. Talking like you've already won. Xenos is gonna tear you apart. He commands a power echoing that of the Icons.
What are you talking about?
The hunt, you stupid cow. I'm talking about the hunt. He said you'd come. And here you are, his willing prey.
Oh my god. That was so out. Oh my god. Oh, that caught me off guard. Holy shit. Like, it's so up her, in her wheelhouse to say that because of her accent. The fucking... Oh my god. The line delivery is so good. My fucking eyes. Oh my god. The hunt, you stupid cow. Oh my god. That's the best.
You and your friends are dead. Just like mine. And all our misery, all our sacrifice, it was all for naught!
See, when Dawn was talking about you need a box of tissues nearby when you play this game, it's because of that. Because that'll make you cry. Oh my god. This is like the first time in a long time we've cried some tears at Final Fantasy XIV, and it was because Lisa was called a stupid cow. Alright, focus. She's about to give the Lisa lobotomy. Bah! Right in the brain.
No. You're gonna live long enough to see us win our freedom. I promise you that.
The temptation for Lisa to just turn her brain into mush right there. Just, bah!
May years.
Interrogations can wait. Let us be off.
A hunter must hunt, you stupid cow. Okay. They used medicines to keep me in a torpor for much of the time. I fear I'm still recovering from their effects, but I will be fine. I will. What a relief to have finally found her, though our greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us. On the eve of this final battle, I find myself overcome with joy. We could not have saved her without everyone's help. Thancred, Lys, Urianger, and of course, you. But yes, there is still much and more to be done. I should be very interested to learn the meaning of Fordola's ominous words, for one. Scion Rogue's bandana. Is that not... Is that Thancred's? Like, it looks like it's like what Thancred wears across his face. Because of the way that it's... Is it? Hello? Yeah, that's his thing. Okay. Goes well with Clive's suit. Yeah, actually, not a bad idea. Do I wear it the same as he does, with like covering one eye? I can truly be like Big Boss. Alphino is a man with one less worry on his mind. The legacy of our fathers. Okay. Lys has gone to deliver Fordola into the custody of the Alliance, leaving Minago and her men to hold the residential district and stand ready. Once the Alliance has breached the main gates and commenced their assault, the Resistance forces will push through the entrance here and join the fray. In that case, I will remain here. My search for Kryl took me into the city proper, and my familiarity with their defenses may prove useful to the Resistance. Understood. I shall instruct Arenvold and his unit to render support as well. They were tasked with securing the Aetheryte, as I recall, with me, Omega. Alrighty, speak with Arenvold. I'll just take just a quick moment. I'll let the dog out. I'll be right back and we'll continue. Alright, let's go. Legacy of Our Fathers. What a title for a quest. Well, that's why you close the windows. Oh, also, by the way, Now that I come back, welcome to the stream, Night Sky. And you can join us for the climax of Stormblood. I kind of feel like we're going to end up in more solo instances, but I'll do this regardless. Gods, Kryl, it's so good to see you. I feared the worst. It wasn't your fault. You saved me. All of you. Thank you. We'll be departing shortly for Porta Praetoria to rejoin the main host. Arenvald, I would have your unit remain here with Thancred, that you might support the Resistance troops in the coming battle. Understood. We won't let you down. I trust you will refrain from doing anything I would not. We are both far too young to die. Right. No noble sacrifices. Got it. Omega, Kryl, let us be off then. Porta Praetoria. Hopefully, the first of many more streams to come. I did not forget to attune. Did indeed attune. Leave the Alamegan Quarter. Wait, we haven't been here yet, have we? Have we been here? And I didn't realize? Oh. Sorry, I thought you meant I forgot to attune to the Alamegan Quarter Aetheryte. Shit, fuck. Alright. Mobius, can I have a ride? It's a new place? I'm getting conflicting information. Dunker? I've been really good at attuning to my Aetherites, so I've surprised myself by forgetting. But obviously, because it's explored on the map, makes sense. Because this is the Saltery. I think it's because I just didn't see this. I haven't been up here, that's why. I'm not having early onset dementia. Like, it's not like I walked right past it. I haven't been up here. Are you kidding? Am I dying? Am I having a stroke? I don't visually remember this at all, and we just went through this? What the fuck? Are we certain? This is... okay. Obviously I trust you, but... wow. Scout said the Dragoon's armor was unmistakable, but surely he would not. Estinian. I'm gonna choose to believe you guys. Alright. I don't... oh, actually, you know what? I do remember now. I remember I beelined straight to this table. No, you are right. As you always are. I did walk right past it, because I remember beelining right to Raban for the quest. Seeing this table... this is literally the only thing that I remember out of this area, is the table. Because I just tunnel visioned straight to the quest. That's why I don't remember this visually. I just didn't even take it in. There you go, that makes sense. We got butt plugs on the table.
Ah, the heroes of the hour. Not content with securing the residential district, you gifted me an Imperial commander. What are you after, a medal?
The work is its own reward, General. I must say, however, that Fordola's claims were not a little disturbing. What manner of power could Xenos have acquired that might equal an icon?
Might she speak of our missing Omega?
I'm right here.
Very possibly. The Empire's fondness for comparable Alagon technologies is exceedingly well documented. Have we made any progress with our own investigation?
None. The search goes on in earnest, but Cid has thus far found nothing of note. Mayhap the Garleans beat us to it. If they were working desperately to repair the machine, that might explain their decision to remain within their walls.
Ah, Lys. I trust you surrendered Fordola into custody without incident. We were just discussing the pilot's claims.
About Xenos and his newfound powers. She hasn't said a word on the subject since we rescued Cryle. Even when the interrogator asked nicely.
Mayhap I can offer some insight into her claims. Or at least into the facility and the experiments they conducted during my time there. Though my memories of the period are somewhat muddled, there are a few things I remember with painful clarity.
Thancred told us only that Fordola had undergone some manner of treatment.
Yes. It is a place wholly dedicated to the creation of enhanced beings, whom they refer to as the Resonant. As I understand it, the process aims to imbue a test subject with the qualities of an individual with demonstrated magical aptitude. This entails the mechanical extraction and transfusion of some manner of primordial essence.
So that's how Fordola improved so fast. I knew there had to be something. She wasn't half as strong or quick to predict my attacks when we first met.
You guys didn't pick up on the evil eye?
If it weren't for Oriange's siphon thingy, I really don't think we'd have beaten her.
I love this game's use of the English language, where it's so fantastical, high fantasy, like words like just all like the old-timey words for doctors and alarum and all of this stuff, and then we'll have siphon thingy.
My scheme asked far more in the execution than it required in the conception, I do assure thee.
Oh, you've got to stop doing that.
Literally just appears out of nowhere like Batman.
In calling upon Lady Alisaie after her defeat, I was most intrigued to learn of the apparent effortlessness with which Fordola countered her attacks. 'Twas as if she knew the blade's destination ere its journey began. A most impressive feat under any circumstances, but an almost miraculous one when considered in the context of Fordola's unfamiliarity with my lady's arts. How then could she so perfectly predict an unknown opponent's every move? After much deliberation, I surmised that Fordola may be possessed of a preternatural ability to divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether and to instinctively react. To employ a metaphor, one might say that she was attuned to the whispers of my Lady Alisaie's soul.
Divine meaning from the fluctuations of an individual's ether.
Wait, have you not just described a manifestation of the Echo?
I had no conclusive proof. The available anecdotal evidence suggested only that Fordola was uncommonly sensitive to etheric fluctuations, and 'twas this which led me to develop my stratagem.
Smarty pants.
I would fashion a device with the capacity to generate a massive disruption in the surrounding ether. If, as I suspected, Fordola's senses were indeed questing for the most minor of oscillations, the shock of exposure to a more amplitudinous etheric waveform would be akin to a debilitating bout of ether sickness.
Amplitudinous. And that's true. It is like how we see incoming attacks, which is really cool. I love when video games work the actual gameplay stuff into the narrative, where it's like when you see an incoming attack, that's your character's like actual ability. You know, it's not just for the player, it's actually for the character. I love that sort of integrated gameplay stuff.
How ingenious. I note that the success of your plan hinged on your device's wielder remaining ignorant of its purpose, lest Fordola divine your intent.
Indeed so, Master Alphino. All things considered, 'twas a most fortuitous outcome.
Urianger was literally like, take this. Trust me. Just like wiggle it around. Something will happen.
That's putting it mildly. In any event, if Urianger is correct, that would mean these Resonant have been granted the power of the Echo via artificial means. A sobering thought, to say the least, and one which makes me wonder what else Xenos has in store.
Whatever the Viceroy's newfound powers, I know of none better equipped to face him. And face him you must. For there is now but one path forward, and it leads straight to Alamigo.
And it's not as if we came unprepared. We've got all our friends and allies fighting for the same thing. Honestly, right now, I feel like we could take on anyone and win. And I mean anyone.
Nevertheless, let us proceed with all due caution.
Well, no one's saying we shouldn't be cautious. Though maybe I was getting a bit carried away. Right, I'd best get back to the residential district. Thancred and the Resistance forces are waiting.
I don't want Lise to go and just like try and punch someone in the face and lose an arm.
It is time we join the main host. Kryl, in light of your recent ordeal, might I suggest that you remain with the rearguard for now?
Oh, if you insist. Just this once.
I don't know what Tristan's talking about. Tristan, what do you mean? Hello, Josh. Welcome to the stream, and hello, Tristan, as well. If I may, General, is there aught Omega and I can do to assist with final preparations? I'm glad you asked. Pippin informed me moments ago that all forces are in position and that we are ready to commence the assault. Naught remains but to notify the Alliance commanders. If you've no objections, I should be glad to have you do the honors, Omega. You were instrumental to the success of Operation Archon. You helped bring an end to the Dragonsong War. You are a hero to the people and a symbol of hope. Some might judge it an empty gesture, or worse, a waste of your talents, but I know it would mean much to everyone here. I gotta speak with everyone, that's when you know it's serious. Ha! That you should be the one to bring me word. By the Fury, it is good to see you, my friend. My brother. You who stood with us in our direst hour will ever be an inspiration to my countrymen and to me. Though Ishgard's debt can never be repaid, it is my hope that our deeds this day shall go some small way to redressing the balance. I love Aymeric. All is ready? Very well. Though many will fall in the coming battle, how many more shall know liberty for their sacrifice? There is a time for peace and a time for war. Even the matron understands this. We who have received of hers and the elemental's blessings go now to stand for Eorzea and her children. And, yes, we will now speak to, Melawubub. It's time, then. Though this is not my theatre of choice, we will play our part. Our cannons care not either way. That battery has sunk enough ships to fill a fleet. 'Tis not like to be bested by a gate. Have they ever said Merlawub's name out loud? It is done then. Thank you, Omega, for humoring an old bull. Josh, you can be in the Discord for free as well if you want. It's not only for paying people. That's where most of our conversations take place, so feel free to come and hang out in there. Okay, quite early on they said it. They need to say it again. Maelstrom, Adder, and Ishgardian forces are in position, General. Resistance forces in the Alamegan Quarter are ready and await our signal. No, I don't have any commands in this chat. If you can find it pretty easily though. Like on my main channel page, you can see that I have the links to like my socials and such. And it should also be in the description for this video that you're currently watching. If you look at the video description, you'll see the Patreon, Discord links and stuff. I should probably remove the Twitch link actually, because I don't really stream on Twitch anymore. However, the Discord link is still there. Naught left to do but the deed itself. There's been a Discord for 3 years now. Years of the Apocalypse Discord archives. Right then, I must go to my men. I shall be leading the first charge through the breach. And we shall head to the front. Pippin has command of our artillery outside the gate. He will not be hard to find. Ah, but before you go, I have a final favor to ask. Give this to my son. He will understand. Deliver Ruban's package to Pippin. To Pippin. What is this blue quest, though? If I were a fish. Lieutenant Dorothy needs a soldier who knows how to swim. Alright, we're gonna focus on the main quest. I usually do those as it comes, but next stream we'll get them. Okay, next stream we'll get the remaining ether currents. Okay, and yes, I will need reminding, but we'll do it. There's a bunch of blue quests here, and they are indeed ether current related. So bloody hell. Got a journey ahead of me. Ether currents are things that you collect so you are able to fly within the region. You become attuned to the winds themselves. And if you don't, you will remain a filthy ground plebeian for the rest of your days. Is indeed very useful. You just hear the constant chanting of the army, no matter how far we travel. That's how loud and passionate this army is. You can hear it from so far away. I will say that this creature has followed me to the ends of the earth, goddammit. Omega, Alpha now. What is that you've got there? I have no idea. One can only imagine what this bulky package contains. Ruban's bulky package. By the 12, this is Tizona. The bull of Alamigo's legendary sword forged from 2 cursed blades. This sword is a symbol of everything my father fought to achieve. A weapon claimed on the blood sands, and with it fortune and glory. Its flames consumed the unworthy, but by fire was he reborn. That he should bequeath it to me now, to carry on his legacy. Well, I shall endeavor to deserve it, but I'll be damned if this is his final battle. Once we begin, there will be no respite until it's over. Are you ready, my friends? It's time. Very well, brace yourselves. This should be quite a spectre. Vice Marshal! Imperial unit approaching from the north. Pippin is Ruban's son. He is but a small, capable boy. Aiming to destroy our artillery, are they? How many? Total numbers unconfirmed, at least 1 squadron. But sir, they're wolfmen! Foray Domite. Bloody hells, that's all we need. Call up the Bloodsworn, tell them to make ready. Marshal Tarupin, wait! These wolfmen of whom you speak hail from Doma. They were coerced into fighting for the Empire, spirited away to a foreign land, and told that if they disobeyed, the lives of their kin would be forfeit. But their homeland has been liberated. They have no reason to continue serving their Imperial masters. That's right, recruit the wolfmen to our side. Ere you engage them in battle, I beseech you, grant us a moment to go and attempt to convince them to lay down their arms. I am loath to gift our enemy more time to prepare, but if there is a chance that this conflict might be avoided, I suppose we must take it. Go then, but be quick. We will, Vice Marshal. Let's go recruit some furries with me, Omega. Xenos will not see the furry army coming. Let me tell you that much. So Pippin is part of a race called the Lalafels, and they look like that. And Ruban is a giant of a man, so I do feel sorry for the lady that was bedded with him, because that would have been an experience. And then Pippin happened. I don't know, I feel like Lalafels are probably birthed from eggs. I know Pippin was adopted, I was just joking. It was just a joke. It's just a joke. But thank you, everybody. All of you. Hey, Pippin's adopted! I know, I'm trying to put the image in Night Sky's head. You will wait here for the Lupin to arrive. Steel yourself, my friend, though I hope to resolve this without resorting to violence. It would seem wise to prepare for the worst. Level sync is in effect. Okay. There we go. The part that wasn't a joke is I'm like, Lalafels, they are probably born from eggs, because otherwise, I don't know how that works. Unless when they're born, they're like baby chick sized, and then they grow into what they are now. They come, Omega. You clear the road. Honorable warriors of Doma, my name is Alphanode Levieur, and I come before you with news of great import. Silence, boy! You stand upon a battlefield. Be gone or be cut down. Doma is free. Lord Hien has returned and driven Yotsuyu and the Imperials from your lands. We were there. We helped him. There is no need for you to fight for Xenos. Lord Hien is dead, and you are a liar. What could a boy such as you do against Magitech? Throw stones and spit curses? Invoke my lord's name again at your peril. We will suffer no falsehoods. I'm really waiting for Lord Hien and the army to show up and help us, though. Any moment now, because I know that he said he's going to fight with us. I'm waiting for it. This would be perfect. Let's get him on the phone. I speak only the truth. Put up your weapons, I beg of you. Let us speak as friends and not shed blood in vain. If your claims were true, we would gladly sheath our blades and embrace as brothers. But since they must surely be false, we would be traitors to accept our lives and those of our loved ones forfeit. Words are air. You will prove the truth of your tale on the battlefield, or die in dishonor. Oh well, I guess we're fighting. Fuck, I should have got Lord Hien's autograph that said, oh, I'm bloody alive, mate, and I'm here. No! Okay. Unnecessary slaying taking place. It's like we just want to hang out, guys. love this battle music so much, dude. You are no strangers to battle, that much is plain. I am the White. I am Hakuro, and I will be your opponent. Have at you! Till I am satisfied, we shall fight on. Give me your all. Hakuro White Fang. Nice. I see why they call you White Fang. Hey, no worries, Josh. Thanks for tuning in and catching some of the stream. See you next time. Howling Moonlight. Look at these moves, dude. Well, I can't attack him from here, can I, mate? No, I'm taking damage if I stand in here. I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed listening to Alphino. What the fuck? I can throw spears, but that's weak. He's close to me now, so this is fine. But he was like far away at first. I'm like, bro, I can't. There we go. Almost died. Nice. Kuro. You fought? Okay. You fucking weird plant monster. Can you let me have a conversation? You're ruining it. Get out of here. Anyway. You fought with honor and restraint. You could have killed my man and perhaps even me, but you did not. For this I thank you. Warriors brave and true, I pray you tell us of the battle for Doma's liberation. You should be glad to do so. Lord Hien returned. Such joy this news brings us. But for Lord Gosetsu to perish in the keep's collapse, to be taken from us by such treachery, there is no justice. Oh, eyes forward, Hakuro. He wished for no better death. Let me just point out the fact that I am like, this is a tall guy. Like, this, I think this is the tallest character we've ever seen in the game so far. He's taller than Rogadin, that's for sure. Like, he's taller than Brosetsu. What the fuck? Like, what the? Jesus. You knew him well. Aye, he would not suffer us to mourn with so much undone. So we will not. Duty comes before all. All Lupin shall know of Doma's liberation and your part in it. When you breach the gates, we shall turn on the Imperials as one. With fang and claw shall we rip open the throats of our masters. This the White swears. Thank you. When our war is ended... Oh my god, I'm gonna... Go away. No. When our war is ended, I am certain that your lord will help us to return you all to Doma. Such a curious thing, Destiny, to see us meet with friends of Lord Hien in this distant corner of the world. But we shall not keep you. Your day is not yet done. Let's go, fairy army acquired. Yay! Come, let us not keep our comrades waiting. We have a nation to liberate. Nice. Bloody hell, mate. Look at them evil-looking shadow Lalafels. That's their true form.
Ah, you are returned. Were your negotiations with the Wolfmen successful?
The one they called the White was receptive to our words once we told him of Doma's liberation. They withdrew behind the walls to inform their brethren. If the gods are good, no blood shall be shed between our peoples this day.
Here, here. Now, I think it's time we did something about those gates.
Yeah.
Thaumaturges, forward!
Thaumaturges! Look at this guy!
Give me hellfire! Give me Ifrit's bloody inferno!
This stuff that comes out of a Lalafel's mouth is so funny to me. It's cool as hell, though. Hellfire! Summon Clive himself! Oh my god. Now,
Give me a curse and winter! Enough ice and snow to bury a behemoth!
can we have this against Xenos, please? This would surely help in my fight against Lord Xenos.
All cannons! Fire at will! Let no man say we neglected to knock!
Dude. Let no man say we neglected to knock is so good. Bring out Grond. Oh shit. We need to bring out Grond, the battering ram. He arrives! He arrives! On Yolback.
Bear witness, my Eorzean brothers and sisters! Doma is come to pay her debts!
Lord Himbo, let's go!
Lord Hien!
We will deal with the flying machines! Forward, my friends! For freedom and justice!
Yugiri! Estinian is gonna be here soon too.
You heard the man! All cannons resume firing!
It's time for him to show up and do some jumping.
We through. The way is clear.
And that'll be our dungeon. That'll be our dungeon. Very good. The measure of his reach. Impeccable timing, those domans. Come, comrades, the enemy's gate is down. Forward! And so, we find ourselves very much, unfortunately, pressed for time. I did hope that I was going to be able to finish Stormblood today, but because we did start stream a little bit later and I have something on today, I cannot proceed with Stormblood this stream. So we do have a couple of things left, just a couple of things left, but we're going to do that next stream. So we will be doing the dungeon and finishing up Stormblood, and then going into post Stormblood in the next stream. So it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a banger. We're right on the edge here. But I just know that I won't make it because I know that Stormblood will have a long-winded ending sequence before we go into the post stuff. So I just can't, unfortunately, as much as I really, really want to. However, what I will say is because of that, we're going to do the stream tomorrow. So instead of it being in a few days' time, I'm going to finish Stormblood tomorrow. Same time tomorrow, we are going to do this, okay? So come back here, same time tomorrow, same bat channel, and we're going to finish Stormblood because I really want to see this to the end. So thank you so very much, everyone, for joining me today. I will schedule the next stream for tomorrow once this one is properly finished publishing on the channel. So keep an eye out, and you will see us continue very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. It's been a great time hanging out with you today. I hope you enjoyed it and our lovely rambles and conversations. And I will see you next time.